man said, the people upstairs wouldn't listen to you. Then he even peed. The male lead couldn't stand it. He wondered what if the above floor did so. The old man said, yes, then they pee on us. Today, the table is down. There was a woman sitting up there. She looks very pitiful. The male lead wants to help her. The old man said, doing nothing is helping her. It turned out, this girl would go downstairs every time. She is looking for her baby. Very quickly, the platform went down. The person on the next floor pulled the girl down, wanting to rape her. The male lead roared in anger to tell them to stop. But no one cared about him. Until the groan became a man's voice. The girl held a knife, her face covered with blood, turned around on the platform. She killed those two, facing the male lead. The more she went downstairs. Time went by. The male lead is nearly dead, and starts eating food. Even become like the old man. Wasting food. Completely forget his idea of equalization. A month passed. Tonight, the old man smelled the anesthetic. There will be a floor change tomorrow, he said. He told the male lead to pray, they could go to a higher place. The male lead asked the old man, do you believe in God? The old man said, this month, I believe. The first day of the second month. The male lead regains consciousness. He discovered he was dazzled in bed. The old man approached with the knife. Touched the male lead's head. Said, we've reached a not so good floor. The male lead looked at number 171 on the wall. This level is impossible to have food. Wanting to live on, one can only eat human meat. After that the male lead heard all kinds of shrill screams. Someone also fell. Apparently the same thing happened on the recent floors. A moment later the table went down. As expected there is no food left. Even eating utensils were licked clean as if they were washed. The old man asked the male lead if he had eaten a snail. Wait for the snail to remove the filth from the body first. So he will wait 8 days patiently. These 8 days the male lead is locked. He pees on bed. He desperately struggled shouting for help. But no one responded. Very quickly 8 days passed. The old man came. He said, time has cometh little snail. For the main male's body to keep fresh. The old man won't kill him. Each time he would cut a piece of meat. He even feeds the male lead some. Not to let him die. For the main lead, this is even worse than death. It was at this moment that the female assassin appeared. She knocked the old man down. Then gave the knife to the male lead. The main male received a knife and crawled to the old man. One hit to kill the old man. Not long after, the male lead saw the woman eating the meat of the old man. She even gave meat to him. The male lead was too hungry, he ate it. Then the woman went. The male lead lived on. The old man's body. When he woke up, he was at 33rd level. The new roommate. This is a woman hugging a dog. It's not wise to do that. Inherit dog may become hot dog. This woman used to be an employee in this prison. There are 200 floors, Harishe said. Reasonable division. Can make food enough for everyone to eat. The Holy Mother eats very little every day. Also divided the people downstairs with delicious food. Tell them not to eat much. Greater than every day she dedicated to counsel, but no one notices her. The main male cannot stand it anymore. He stood out and say, if you guys didn't listen, every day I will defecate on food. That makes them obedient. We can still advise the people of higher levels, the mother said. The male lead said he couldn't. The Holy Mother asked why. He said, I can't go defecate on it. Over a few days the dining table went down. The female assassin lies on it. The male protagonist took her down to treat. That night, the male lead was awakened and saw two women fighting Huatan. It turned out that the female assassin ate the Holy Mother's dog. The assassin died. The Holy Mother desperately said, she has a terminal illness. She wanted to change the situation here. Blamed herself. Apparently she couldn't do it. This month passed. The male regained consciousness and found himself on the 202 floor. Next to him is the Holy Mother who hanged herself. The male lead looks down. He couldn't see the bottom. The Holy Mother was wrong. Not only 200 floors here. The male lead collapsed. He covered the Holy Mother. But time passed. He is more and more hungry. He couldn't stand it. He picked up a piece of glass. Go to the Holy Mother. By the time the male protagonist regained consciousness again, he reached the 6th floor. Here it seems like there is a certain rule. Just eat human flesh. Then one will be moved to higher floor. This timid male's roommate is a black man. He holds a rope. Extremely excited. 6th floor me friend. I was lucky. He begged the man upstairs to take the rope to pull him up. He thought that only if he climbed up to the 5th floor he could escape. The person upstairs agreed. Take the rope. Greater than he started climbing. When he nearly reached, the person upstairs suddenly let go of his hand, which made the black man fall. Fortunately, the male lead held him. But they lost the rope. The black man screamed desperately. He nearly reached it. Only 5 floors more. Soon, the food arrived. The food this time was very hearty, almost untouched. But to the next floor, those people started trampling on food. The male lead has a way to divide the food evenly. Can only rely on violence. He can't do it alone. Ha told the black man to carry items that can be weapons. Do not let anyone eat before 50 floors. Because they ate enough. At first it can also be intimidating. Getting deeper, they had to beat. On this floor, they met a philosopher. The philosopher advised them. Keep a portion of the food intact as a signal. Let the people on the top floor know what the lower floor means. They chose this frozen milk. At the 51st floor, they started to distribute food. Someone thanked them for bringing the food. Some people also criticized them for giving too little. They continued to go down and saw dead bodies. The male main guessed that female assassin killed them. Finally reaching this floor, they met that female assassin. She was captured by 2 aggressive men and killed. The male lead came out to avenge for her. He was beaten. The black man came to help. 4 men had a battle. In the end the male led and the black man won. But they were also seriously injured. They went down. The food was distributed all, only the curd remained. But the table still has no intention of stopping. To the floor 333. There is only one girl here. It is the son of the female killer. She is very hungry. Staring at the curd in black man's hand, the male lead said, feed her. They watched the baby eating the curd. On the 2nd day the black man finally died of excessive blood loss. The male lead pulled the baby onto the table. The table gradually went down. There is no floor below. It's a dark space. The table stopped on the ground. The male lead goes down, into the darkness, also dies. The little girl becomes informative. She was brought to the top floor by the table. She is the last hope in this hell. But this story still has a more pessimistic explanation. Someone said, the girl doesn't exist. What the table held up was still the curd plate. Because in the movie there is an episode like this. The manager holds a plate of curd, questioning the chef, whose hair is inside. They assumed that the people downstairs had not eaten this curd. That's because there is hair inside. The person on the lower floor risked his life to send information. There is no way for the top floor to understand